All right, guys. We got a good show for you today. We have Kai Cologne. He goes to Minnesink. He has offers from Old Dominion, Columbia, Fordham, Harvard, to name a few. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I wanted to, talk about, last season a bit, right? You were at Minnesink, but with the uncertainty of, New York football and being able to play, you transferred, to Paramus Catholic. What made that decision for you? And what was that like?
Yeah, it was a really tough decision for me and my family, just because I love my community, Menacing. It's just been family ever since I've grown up here, and like you said, I grew up here until 10th grade, and then obviously with the uncertainty, like you said, I felt it was the best decision to leave and go to Paramus just because I wanted to have that junior season of film, and I felt it would be best for me and my recruiting process.
Yeah.
So I made the decision.
Yeah. So when you're making a decision, right, like that to leave, was it like honestly like a recruiting for high school, or did you have a bunch of private schools reach out to you, or what was that like?
Honestly, like they kind of reached out to me before that, but I just felt for recruiting process, if I just didn't have a junior season, like that would be huge, and I really wanted to play at the next level,
Yeah.
so I felt this was needed to go to that level.
Yeah. So when you were there, talk about how the season went for you, and when you go to different schools, it's a big learning curve, to learn a different system and different things like that. What was that like for you?
Yeah, obviously it was a challenging season, but I think it was good for me just to get over there and, like you said, learn that whole new system, meet a whole new group of guys, and kind of get them to believe in me as their quarterback, because it's basically what I'm going to be doing in college anyway. And just to go over there, it showed my toughness. A lot of the games I got hit a lot, and against some really good talent too, and just getting used to that speed a little bit more before I head off to college next year. So it was a good experience.
No, yeah, that's something that people don't think about a lot. I mean, you really, you did what you would be doing as a freshman year in college, you did in high
Hmm.
school, which, really does prepare you. So, with all that free time, during, COVID, right? How'd you like, would you do like stay in shape and ready? Obviously it was challenging, not be able to practice as much different things. But what'd you do?
Yeah, so like four guys, me, one of my old teammates from Minnesota, he just graduated, so we were going to be on the team last year. So we were kind of really focused on getting ready for that next year. And then one of my other teammates that was preparing for college, and then one of my old coaches that was really into training. We kind of hit the field every single day, track stuff, just running, just kind of keeping our minds off of like all the stresses in the world and just playing football and just having some fun training. And we did that basically every day. And that really kept us all in shape and just having fun in that difficult time and just
Yeah.
kind of relieving that stress.
Yeah, that's awesome. You have a group of guys, a lot of guys, they don't have that, and they, I know a lot of kids in California, they didn't get to practice a lot, and they just, felt, a lot, really rusty, and it hurt them with recruiting. Um, so you talk fondly in the school you go to now. I think it'd be pretty self-explanatory, but I'm still gonna ask you, what made the decision, to leave Paramus to come back to the school, you're going to now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's just that family factor in the community. I really just want to come back and honestly win a championship for them. They haven't done it in like 21 years. So if I could bring that back to the community, that would be awesome. And it was just difficult, the transportation as well with Paramus. It was an hour drive every single day, there and back. So that was just tough in itself. And I just really thought it'd be easier for my family, now just to finish it off strong this senior year at Minnesink.
Yeah, no, for sure. I did the same thing freshman year. I went to a private Catholic school like an hour away, and it's
Mhm.
terrible. Those early morning hour drives, those are
Yeah.
it's nice when you don't have to do that. For you, how'd you get into football yourself personally?
Yeah, so ever since like I could walk, my dad kind of was just tossing me a ball, anything, and he kind of brought football to me. We've been throwing ever since I was like 4 and 5, and I've always been a quarterback. He was a quarterback back in his day, so he kind of taught me the ropes, and just playing up in division. I fell in love with it. It was just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably my dad, he got me into it.
Yeah, and you definitely say he's probably the biggest influence on your career.
Yeah, so far, him just football wise, and then my mom academically, she really always pushes the academics. Like it's crazy. I can't get a bad grade or else she'll go crazy.
Yeah, and that's something you can't take lightly because that sometimes that's more important. As far as getting recruited, a lot of these
Yeah.
look at your academics too and how you are as a player. Growing up, did you look up to any like current or former players, model your game after anyone?
Uh, I would say maybe Aaron Rodgers. Just because like he might not be the most athletic guy, but he gets out of the pocket still and he makes some crazy passes. His arm strength and just accuracy is insane. So I would say a little bit. And now like Josh Allen, I think his game kind of replicates mine very closely. So
Yeah, that's yeah, that's awesome. You always got to have somebody you look up to. Um, Recruiting, right? The 21s, we kind of got screwed over a little bit as far as visiting and different things. 22s, you guys were affected, some. How was it for you recruiting right now? I saw you took unofficial to Georgia Tech. What's up with everything?
yeah, it's been exciting and like stressful at the same time, just because, like you said, the recruiting process has been crazy with COVID. And just like I really didn't get that many colleges reaching out to me in the beginning, but once September 1st hit, a lot of them reached out to me. And yeah, so I have 11 offers right now, and I'm just very grateful for all of them. And I'm kind of hoping to make my decision soon, maybe before the season. I'm still kind of figuring all of that out.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Definitely a big decision, something you got to talk with your family. Um,
Yeah.
it's always exciting for, like you talk about with the family when you get, your first offer. And, sometimes these are pretty funny stories. Where were you at? What were you doing?
Yeah, so I was right downstairs at the kitchen table. My family was kind of watching me because I was on the call with the Old Dominion head coach Ricky Rodney, and it was just crazy. All my hard work kind of paid off, and it was just a really cool moment to embrace with my family, and it was just awesome.
Yeah. When you're going to college, and everything, you get introduced to a bunch of different, teammates stuff. What do you think you value most in a teammate yourself?
Yeah, I think just that brotherhood and someone that's willing to work as hard as I am all the time to accomplish their goals. I think that's just the biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Throughout the course of, your whole high school career, or it could be, somewhere, pickup game or anything. What do you think's the best play you ever made?
Uh, I think the most impactful play, I don't know if it's the best play I ever made, but it was in the section semifinal to bring us to the section championship. We just got the ball back on a big interception. And like a play later, coach called my number and I took it down the right side, put it in. And it was crazy. Like
Yeah.
you could just hear the fans. They have a video. It's awesome. Just everyone, my whole team just crowded me in the end zone. It was awesome.
No, yeah, that's sweet. When you're not on the field, what do you like to do in your free time and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just work out a lot, to be honest with you. If not, then I'm just hanging out with some of my friends. I like to play basketball with my brother, just kind of just playing outside with my brother, playing around with him.
Yeah. You talked about, working out and stuff. It's a lot for college, getting in the weight room. A lot of people talk about that. What are some of the things you're working to improve upon, this season and then, into, college?
Yeah, so right now, just physically, like my explosiveness, just trying to make sure like I'm quicker, faster, and just being as fast as possible I can for this upcoming season and college. Quarterback wise, just my fundamentals and cleaning everything up and just being consistent, really, uh, and just really being consistent, making sure every throw is the perfect one.
Yeah. Um, we always finish off with, these final like three questions. So like over the course of your career, what's the best piece of advice you ever heard?
Uh, I think it was probably from my dad. Just he always said, just work hard and stay patient, and good things will come your way. So I just kind of live by that, and I just keep working hard, and everything's been working out so far. So I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I definitely feel like if you keep working, things will fall into place for you. It's the
Mhm.
things you do when no one's watching that matter the most, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so when you're on the field, right? Do you know when it's like your night, or does it kind of just come as the game progresses?
I would say as the game progress, I mean, like you could kind of get a good feeling right in the beginning. But like, yeah, like you get a couple good runs, couple good passes. You're like, all right, like I'm turning it on right now, and like
Yeah,
you just kind of takes over from there. Same thing in I play basketball too, so like there's some nights I go out there and then I just start hitting shots. I'm like, all right, this is
yeah,
it. So you just get that feeling. I'm
yeah,
sure you know the same
yeah,
feeling. So
yeah. For
yeah,
sure. It's like it's something about the music you have on. It's like, yeah, I feel
yeah,
like it's gonna be the day.
yeah, yeah. It just clicks.
Yeah. This one's the hardest one. It sometimes takes people some time. We always ask this. So when your career is over down the line, how do you want people to remember yourself?
Uh, yeah, I would say, um, like on the field, just some kid that did everything he possibly can for his team to win. Just worked hard and left everything out there. Off the field, just a good guy that's always doing the right thing and pushing himself all the time. That's what I hope I leave behind.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Kai, I appreciate you. Come on, man. It means a lot to have
Thank
athletes
you.
like you on and give you a voice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.